Hi people, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Honey, and today we are talking about how to attract the Sagittarius man. So about this kind of guy, he's one of the hardest people to read, or I would say he's what people tell me is the hardest person type of sign to read. Now I'm an Aries sun sign. I'm also Gemini rising. So these people, I am actually naturally attracted to them, or they are attracted to me because they are my descendant. However, these people, I really struggle trying to even be friends with these people because the arguments is just crazy. I've never argued with people so much. But the thing is with the Saggy man, they are extremely argumentative. And years ago, I met a Saggy guy. We got on the phone, had a one phone conversation. I had to block his rascal because, you know, he called me up and we had an argument. Or let's say I was more arguing, right? But he turned into a joke because Saggys are argumentative, but they turn it into a joke and they laugh during the argument. That winds me up. Saggy men are big wind-ups, right? And they like to see you getting worked up. And he was winding me up about something, and I was just so put off. I never wanted to speak to him again, so I blocked him, and that was it. But you got to be the kind of woman who, to deal with them, you need to be very witty. You need to be you've got to understand a brash sense of humor, and you need to be able to throw that banter back at them for them to see, rah, you know, she's got jokes, she's funny. You've got to understand that when they are trying to argue with you, because they always do, they want to argue, they love the fire. But when they want to argue with you, don't ever take it as an actual argument. Have it as either a discussion or it's just a jokey kind of argument, because they will never take it completely or all the way serious. They're not like that. They're not the most serious when it comes to serious moments in life, like an argument. These men are extremely adventurous. You know, they love getting up and going to different places, different towns, cities, seeing different cultures. And you need to be a woman who is into traveling, you know, into getting up and going on road trips whenever. You can't be someone who's a homebody all the time. You need to get out the house, be active, you know, have a very busy lifestyle, because with these men also, when you are getting to know them or even with them, they can be very distant at times and disappear and be very flighty, very similar to Gemini even. And they do this because it's just part of their sign, but they like to test the waters and just test to see if you are someone who's interested in them, because they will never forget, you know, if you didn't notice that they disappeared. But you also need to be the kind of woman that's not controlling, because Saggy men control shit. They like to be in control of their relationships. And I don't mean like, I more or less mean in relationships, there's always one person that's more leading than it being like a joint or equal kind of thing. And that works for a lot of people. But with Saggies, they need to be able to lead for it to work. So you've got to think to yourself, rah, am I the kind of woman that is okay with my man leading, or am I more of a woman that leads? Because I find Saggy women, which I've got a Saggy women video, they are the boss chicks, all right? They like to lead. That's why I find they get on very, very well with Cancer men and Pisces men sometimes. With these men, you need to be someone who's very real, very raw, and very honest. But you need to withhold a part of your personality. Like, never give them way too much. And I say this because I have a Saggy friend, and he's always trying to ask me a whole lot about my personal private life. But I know him, right? And they can be snobs. they can be very, you know, judgmental. And there's a lot of things that I wouldn't tell him because I know you're going to sit there and judge. So I don't tell him my personal shit, but I will tell him, you know, the rest of the stuff that I'm cool telling him about. But they like to be involved in everything. These men ask so many questions, like Libra men, just every minute asking, like wanting to know all types of shit. Like my Saggy friend, for example, you know, I might be cooking and he'll ask me, what are you cooking? I'm like, I'm making fried chicken. How did you season the chicken? What are you having with the chicken? What time are you going to be finished cooking? Bare inner questions. You've got to be a woman that's ready to answer these and prepare for his intense, nosy ass questions. Yes? You need to be ready for that. You know, are you ready for that shit? Because I'm not. Okay? Like I said, you need to be very, very honest and be very real. And they're also very attracted to foreigners, you know, people from a cultural background, someone very different to themselves, because Sagittarius is the 7th house, which is house of higher education and travels. On the chart, and they gravitate towards people who are very different. They love exploring. That's the best word to describe a Saggy. But they love to explore different cultures, different people. That's why I find they are notorious for interracial relationships, because they love just different people. They gravitate towards that. These men are the guys who like to, or they feel like they know it all. Okay. And they like to teach people. These are the teachers of the zodiac. So if you're someone who may not know a lot about a certain subject and a Saggy does, he would love to teach you. He would love that. But they love women who they can also learn things from. Okay? I also find Saggy men, I know this is a little bit off topic-ish, but Saggy men have this weird thing about them which really pisses me off, right? They always admit that they like you or they want you when it's too damn late. When you've lost interest, when you've moved on with your life, when you now have a man or you're married, that's when they want to come back and make a reappearance. That shit don't run around here, all right? For example, I say this actually because it's quite funny. I've recently just got into a relationship with a Libra guy. I got back with a Libra ex, right? But anyway, I told my Saggy friend, we've been friends for like 3 years. I've been single for even longer than that, right? And Saggy has obviously been aware because he's been my friend, right? So I told Saggy, oh, you know, I'm seeing someone now and I'm really happy and blah, blah, blah. And he's never heard me like this because obviously I've not been with someone, right? So he said to me that how did I get a man so quick? What? And then he was like, no, but I wanted to kiss you. I haven't kissed you. Like, I like your lips. I wanna explore with you. Like, I like you. And it's like, where is this coming from? You know, why are you now saying this to me? You wasn't saying this for the whole 3 years. Why are you now saying this when I'm now in a relationship and happy in a relationship? Why would you do that? Saggy men are notorious for wanting you even more when they cannot have you. And that's to do with the whole being a fire sign and playing with fire. They love that shit. That shit's not cool, man. These men are very, very petty. And sometimes I kind of feel you need to be someone who can not back down, but just know when to just walk away from them and their, you know, childish behaviors. Because when you have a disagreement with a Saggy and you may have really upset him, you may have said something and you're standing or you're sticking to your ground, and you know he's initially disagreeing with you, but now he's starting to open his eyes and see, oh, okay, maybe I did make a wrong move there, and he starts to feel a way about it. What I find Saggy people do is they will take that away with them. The conversation might end, and then, you know, they'll contact you that same day or in the next couple days, and they will try and get you back in a real petty kind of way, just to make you feel, just to make themselves feel better, because they don't like not being in control of a situation. Saggy men need to be in control. They need to feel like they're able to manipulate things, but they're able to say, okay, well, I said this can happen. I'm able to they just like to be in control. And the minute they're not in control, that's when they start to act up. And I think that's probably why I struggle a whole lot with these men, because I'm a very demanding woman, but I'm very fair. And it's and I can't deal with the arguing as well. It's just ridiculous. But what else is there? They're gonna be very supportive. A Saggy man will look for your niche or your talents in life. You know, you might be someone who's got a beautiful singing voice. You might be an amazing photographer, something creative, and he will find that within you because he wants to explore you. If he's interested in you, he will want to explore you. And once he finds that out and he sees a talent in you or a niche that you have, he's going to want to support that and push you to be better. But like I just said, the whole control thing, because they like to be in control of things. So with him pushing your talents, he's going to want to be your manager. He's going to want to remind you that he helped you get there. Without him being there, you wouldn't be there. And that's what they are very much like. You have to ask yourself again, am I prepared to be around that kind of person? I don't know. No, but for real though, I quite like that side to them, where they do see a niche in you and they want to support you and push you through that. And they're very good at linking people up together, because they are explorers. They network a whole lot. They know a lot of people, and they can always help you in some department somewhere, you know. These men don't like to be around negative Nancys. They like to be positive and be very, very friendly, around friendly people, around people that make them laugh. They don't deal with negativity very, very well, but because they always appear to be quite happy, they always seem very happy, very similar. It's similarities to Leo, because Leo puts on a performance, right? Whereas Saggy just appears to be like everything is just so blessed. Everything is just happy, right? That's what they like to show the world. They're also very flashy people as well. They love to show that they're living a type of lifestyle, you know, and they are people who like luxuries as well, but they're very grounded in a sense where they are into culture. But you need to be someone who's able to deal with a guy that has a very big status, because most likely a Saggy man will have a very big status because he networks a whole lot. He goes everywhere. He explores different cultures, different people, and he's very much into teaching, so people want to listen to him. So understand, Saggy people have a big status. They know they have a big status, all right? They know. So they are constantly speaking with numerous people. So you really need to be someone who's very laid back in a sense, you know, goes with the flow, is able to sit back and let your man lead, you know, let your man take you to wherever it is that you want to be going, all right? But that is pretty much how you attract a Sagittarius man, or all about the Saggy man. I'm going to do more videos on other signs. You need to be someone who is prepared to have these heavy, deep conversations with a Saggy man, because he likes to explore your mind. Explore, my God, there's a fucking seagull outside my window, it's getting on my nerves. Anyway, he likes to explore, my God, I'm so sorry. But yeah, he likes to explore different cultures, talk about philosophy, buildings, cultures, tribes, all types of things. And you need to be someone who can mentally stimulate him. Like I said before, he likes to be around people who can teach him. So, you know, talking a whole lot is very, very important to a Sagittarius man. He's not like the rest of the fire signs, which I find are, you know, very above the surface. There's a lot more depth to a Saggy, hence why I think more people in the zodiac prefer Saggys over the other two, Aries and Leo fire signs. But that is my video. That is all on how to date or how to attract, or all about the Sagittarius man. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. You know how it is. Thank you for watching. Take care.